this awakening process. When the mind makes a full recovery, it can reveal it's the end of spirituality. It's the end of religion. It's the end of atheism, the end of science, the end of hopes, beliefs, attachments, associations, the end of thoughts, mind, the end of conspiracies, the end of war and peace, the end of opposing values, the end of conflict, the end of division, separation, segmentation, the end of inequality, the end of all the isms. Everything ends. But it cannot end, you see. That's a trick from God. Of course, God ends. God never existed in the first place. It appears through this awakening and enlightenment as whatever it is. You don't say it's a God, you don't say it's a Brahman, an absolute, you don't say it's any of these qualities. Something appears, makes its statement, and it ends. But it cannot end. This is the dilemma. You see, everything that you think exists. Everything that you appear to know exists. Everything that is past, present, future, all of these things, everything that's based on knowledge, mind, information, intelligence, is arising from something that is not obtainable, that is not foreseeable, that is not actually a name, an identity, a word. So, depending on our way, how we talk, depending on our language, depending on what you hear, depending on what your conditioned mind allows you to understand, always creates conflict, always creates differing opinions, differing assumptions. So when you say God does not exist, you feel, the listener feels, oh, okay, what a load of nonsense. But when you say God does not exist, but something exists that appears to be pretty godly-like, but you cannot find a name to describe it, you become even more confusing. Whatever you say has to eliminate another. This is division, you see. That is why silence is by far not silence of not speaking, not making noise, but silence of being absolutely present in the moment. Everything takes you back to what Eckhart Tolle says, Ramana Maharshi says. Religious people say as well. Most saints and gurus that go through a spiritual path of Vedanta, Upanishads, or whatever, are connected to religion in some way. So there's no division. We're all connected to everything. Our schooling makes damn well sure we're connected to science, maths, English, languages, physics, chemistry, art, poetry, music. So what can be disconnected? What can say, I am a religious person? If you've been to school, you cannot say, I am a musician only. That is why the whole whole thing got messed up. What do you want to be when you leave school? I want to be a teacher. And you become that teacher. And everyone knows you as the teacher. But you were also a musician. You were also an artist. You were also a mathematician. You were also spoke a language. You were also a doctor. Yeah, you took sticks, little bits of wood out of your children's finger, or you patched a plaster on their leg, or you put a hot compost on, or poultice, or whatever it is. You were a nurse. And you cannot say you were, because you are. You're all these things. But something says, no, you have to identify yourself as one thing. You have to identify yourself as a man. You have to identify yourself as a name, a parent, a son, a husband, a wife, and whatever profession you are. You can change professions, but you must go through another schooling qualification, another certificate, so that you can invest in this 2 or 3 names when you go and see God. What was you? I was a teacher, I was a joiner, I was a plumber. And God says, whatever God is. See, whenever you make the assumption that God speaks or God exists, you're taking the side of this God. You see, whatever language you use, you cannot say what it truly is. You cannot say what truth is. You cannot speak openly, because each word is divisionistic. Each side is divisionistic. When you speak with your left hand, or when you write with your left hand, you're left-handed. You're not a writer, you're a left-handed writer. Yeah. When you score a goal with your head, he scored a goal. What with? His head. Oh, great. Still a goal. 1-0. We have created a mountain, this mind that wants to continue to discover, continue to solve, continue to prevent, continue to cure its own self, its own problems, its own arisings, its own thoughts. Like, I've got a bad thought. I am fat. Okay, let's replace it with a good thought. Okay, I'm no longer fat. What's the point? Yeah, what's the point? What is the point in creating opposing states, opposing names, opposing values, opposing a divisionistic world? What is the point of using words to break up, to segment, to dissect? What is the point? More isms, isms, isms. Yeah. More ways of describing a body. Yeah. Transsexual, transvestite, gay, man, half woman, black, white, Chinese, British, Nigerian, Dutch, yeah, blonde, red, brown, hair, blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes, black eyes. And let's give them names also. What are we looking for? Well, we're looking for a white, Caucasian guy, man, not woman, always man, black hair, blue eyes, 2 hands, 2 legs, missing tooth, 1 ear chopped off. Vincent van Gogh is his name. Oh, I know him. Stories. But what do I know, you see? What do I know? Because when awakening and enlightenment breaks all these things up, takes these things away, ends everything, something else is reborn. There's no end to the traumas in your life, even the vasanas that you truly annihilated through your beautiful, incredible enlightenment. Yeah. One day taps you in the shoulder and says, I'm back. I is back. We are a breed of species that follow suit. Yet we're bigger than the ants. We're more powerful, more intelligent. But we do the same things. We go get food, we build it up, we store it, and we keep it for ourselves. And if you die, you die. But we appear to think that we are superior. Of course we're superior. Not the body, not the mind. But then this guy with the black hair and the grey t-shirt goes too far and says, oh, he's going deep again. Because while we speak here using a mind, using a body, using a voice, using a language, using words that are identifiable and understandable, that have meanings, while we are here doing this, we are not speaking about truth. We're not speaking about the real you. But when I say the real you, it looks like two. There's me and you, the real self that the Vedantas talk about. But even the self ends. And it reconvenes, it continues, it reconnects, it starts all over again. Because we love the idea that we can change things, but life is continual. There's no end. There's fluctuations of beginnings and end. The awakening enlightenment is to die before you die. And then your body dies, and again something else, and again something else, and again something else. And someone says, are you religious, spiritual? Are you scientific? Are you atheist? Are you narcissistical? Are you empathist? Are you nihilistic? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any of these things. Because you're talking from the true original source. That's what gives life to all these words and identities. And then you take them on board, and you appear to be like everyone appears to be to each other. Strange. I cannot categorize you. And you can you categorize yourself, you see? Can you categorize yourself? That's the most challenging question. That's the most intelligent question. That's the wisest question. That's the one that if you can answer that, you are one of these names. Only consciousness exists. It appears as if it's existing for a reason, for a purpose, for a method, for a practice, for a way, for that what is true, that source that we give a name to as God or Brahman or Atman or whatever. And it may be doing that, but this speaker does not know. You can discover enlightenment, you can discover anything you like, uncover, recover, whatever words you want to use. But there's nothing we can do, and there's nothing we want to do to prevent life just moving on. And it's in every state, in its miserable state, in its suffering state, in its joyful state, in its blissful state. If you can categorize the speaker to say he's a speaker of this and only this, the speaker is not portraying what it doesn't know. There's no language, there's no state, there's no mind, there's no thought, there's no God, there's no spirit, there's no soul that can tell you how it is. So you go and enjoy your life. You go and have fun. You go and do all the things that you think your ego mind thinks it wants to do. And sort this idea of well, you see, you can't even say that because you're telling someone to do something other than what you can do yourself. Can you practice full enlightenment? Can you practice being a religious person, a spiritual person? Of course you can, in a minuscule way. But you cannot devote yourself to that what is changeable, that what is contradictory, that what is always moving. You can only discover one thing that is stable. And even in that, it creates instability. This present moment, this one moment, this now, this here-ness, this moment, not any other moment. It's still here, isn't it? Forget your watch, forget the time, it's still here. Oh, wait a minute, it's still here. There's only one moment. It's stable. But we have a mind that thinks we're going to be out of it. Of course we're going to be out of it. But we cannot be completely out of it. The truth is in the hospital. When you're on that life support machine and you're going boom, 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 boom. He's gone. No, he's not. He's flatline. Well, he's gone. The body's gone. The body's not breathing. So he's dead. No, he's flatline. Is the flat line? Can you get rid of the flat line? Can you get rid of the hum, the No. But we have an idea that because it's not boom, 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 it's gone. Maybe it is, I don't know. One day we'll find out, won't we? Yeah. Namaste Om.